Welcome to episode 4 of Toolroom TV. In this packed out episode, Toolroom goes Dutch with a mini guide to Amsterdam presented by Hardwell. He shows us some select places for you to check out when you visit the city ahead of the annual Amsterdam dance event.
Then we join Toolroom Records boss Mark Knight as he embarks on Toolroom Knights' 6th birthday tour of the UK and Ireland, stopping at Newcastle, London, Edinburgh, Manchester, Belfast and Dublin. Get an insight of what it's like for the DJ producer and label boss when he's on the road.
We then drop into the Global Gathering Festival in the UK, one of the biggest electronic festivals in the country, and chat to Friendly Fires, S.P.Y and talk to Stefano Noferini about his Toolroom Knights compilation.
It's back to the continent as we head to the Amsterdam dance event and attend the premiere of the film Dutch Influence, a full-length documentary that looks at why Dutch DJs have become so popular in recent years. We talk to the stars on the orange carpet and also speak with the director Hatim el Khatib.
So sit back and relax for episode 4 of Toolroom TV.
To kick things off, Hardwell is going to show us around his capital city. Next time you're in the Dutch capital and need a good restaurant, nightclub, fashion store or some culture, here are a few places you can put on your list.
Hey everybody, I'm Hardwell and you're watching Toolroom TV. We're here in Amsterdam where they host the Amsterdam dance event, which you will see later in the show. But for now, I will show you around a few cool places and make sure you visit them when you're here in the city. We're here at the Felix in Amsterdam, which is a European center for art, science, music, as well as an international meeting center, which is open since 1788. But in October, thousands of professionals from the music industry are coming here to network and do business before the night turns out in one big party. The first time I came to EDE was in 2008, and for me that was a great experience. It's like once in a lifetime thing. When you come there for the first time, you meet all the big promoters, you meet all the big label owners, and it opened a lot of doors for me. So it's always a great opportunity to be here at the Amsterdam Dance Event. I think one of the biggest reasons that the Amsterdam Dance Event is one of the biggest conferences in the world is because of the Dutch government. The Dutch government is really supportive in art and music, and they gave us this opportunity to hold it here, and I think it's a really great thing. They always be really supportive, and I think that's also one of the reasons that the Dutch DJs are so popular right now. We're now going to shopping center Kalvertoren, where one of my favorite restaurants is. It's called Blue. The restaurant is amazing, the view is amazing, so let's go and check it out. Restaurant at the top of the Kalvertoren in one of the busiest streets in Amsterdam. The food is amazing over here, and I can tell you the view is even more beautiful. I always take my friends and family here, so it's definitely one thing I recommend if you're here in Amsterdam. I think Amsterdam has such a strong role in the dance industry because of it started really early. DJs like Jean, Dimitri, Eric E, Rogue, they all started really early here, and they were like, yeah, one of the few DJs who took house music to a new level at the point where we're at right now. Besides that, we have a lot of big clubs and leading clubs still these days here in Amsterdam. So I think besides it started really early, it's still a really good club scene here in Amsterdam. It was a great opportunity for me as a DJ to start here in Holland. It all started when I was 12 years old. I saw a documentary on the Dutch MTV about Tiesto, Ferry Karsten and Armin van Buuren, because it really blew up at that time, and that really inspired me. So I started to produce my own music, my own remixes, and from that point I started to do club gigs and just tour around in Holland, and when I was 14 years old I signed my first record deal. So yeah, I was a pretty young kid when I signed my first deal. My Dutch heroes are definitely, of course, Tiesto. I think he's like a role model for every single DJ nowadays, and yeah, besides that, I really grew up with DJs like Chucky, who helped me a lot in my career, but even DJs as Benny Rodriguez and Eric E, all those DJs from Holland. When I was a young kid, I learned a lot from them. So yeah, I have actually a lot of Dutch heroes. So we're walking in this little alley in the center of Amsterdam, where you can find a Heineken store on the right, which is in my opinion the best beer in the world. But now we're going to the club where we held the first reveal party ever. Let's go home. So now we're in Club Home, the club where we held the first reveal party ever. Yeah, that night was crazy. I was really nervous. It was actually the launching of the label for a label night, and it was totally packed, totally sold out. It was like a big queue in front of the club, and yeah, good memories in this place. The history with this club, I played a lot of school parties back in the days when I was really young, almost like 10 years ago, and yeah, it was my first experience with Club Home. And when we decided to do a label night during ADE, I thought Club Home was the perfect club. It's not like a really big club, but it's really cozy, and I had always a good time when I was playing here. So yeah, I think Club Home was the perfect spot to hold the first reveal party, and it actually was. It was a great experience and an amazing night. One highlight of the night during the first reveal party was my stage dive here in Club Home, and yeah, look for yourself. That was a crazy stage dive. One of the key events this year for me was definitely Sensation Amsterdam. Because when I was a little boy, I always dreamed about playing on Sensation Wide in Amsterdam, and yeah, the dream came true. And that was definitely one of my highlights, besides Ultra Music Festival in Miami and Tomorrowland in Belgium. Those 3 gigs were definitely my top 3 gigs this year. I did a lot of collaborations last year. I did a collaboration with Chucky and one with Tiesto, and yeah, at this moment I'm working on a new collaboration with Porter Robinson, so make sure you keep an eye out for that one, because it's gonna be massive. It's really great to work with Porter Robinson. I think we're both great fans from each other, and he's also a young guy. He's coming from the States, and he's really talented. I love his music, and yeah, we just came up with the idea to do a collaboration, and he came to Breda, my hometown here in Holland, and yeah, we just spent a day in the studio, and I think the result so far is really good. So yeah, Toolroom to me is one of the world's best labels in dance music, and yeah, the Toolroom Knights as well with Mark Knight on the beat sound. That was a really great night, and yeah, besides that, I released 3 Triangles, my track on Toolroom, so who knows, maybe I will make the new Toolroom compilation in the future. It's one of those days in Amsterdam. First it was sunny, now it's raining, but we're on our way to one of my favorite stores, and that's Patta, one of the best sneaker stores in Amsterdam, so check it out. We're now at Patta, the sneaker store in Amsterdam, and actually I'm gonna try some sneakers, but feel free to take a look around. It's a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini tour. Enjoy the ADE footage from now. Thanks for watching Toolroom TV. I'm Hardwell, signing off.
A great insight into Amsterdam brought to you by one of Holland's leading EDM producers. Now let's catch up with Mark Knight on the Toolroom Knights' 6th birthday tour.
First port of call on the TK6 tour is Newcastle, where Mark plays a 6-hour set at Club Digital. We pick it up as he's cutting it fine to get to the airport.
So welcome to a standard Mark Knight gig. As usual, we are absolutely down to the wire getting to the airport. This one is real touch and go, so hold on to your pants. So the concept is, because it's our 6th birthday, what we decided to do, instead of doing a big show, one-off show where everyone's got to come to us, whether we be in Brixton or somewhere in the country, the idea is to take the show on the road. We're going to do 6 venues, and the idea is I play for 6 hours at these shows, and the best thing is only £6 to get in, because it's a bit of a payback really. Everyone sort of, feeling the hangover of Ibiza, well, financially probably, so time for a bit of payback. So 6 times 6 times 6 is the concept. So after all the mad confusion of actually trying to make the flight, we finally did, and after all that we had an hour and a half delay, but we're finally here. We've just arrived in Newcastle. It's been a while since I've been in Newcastle, must be at least 3 or 4 years. Super excited to be back. Possibly the party capital of the UK. If anyone's ever been to Newcastle before, they'll know all about that. It's time now, it's 8 o'clock. Everyone's probably been out for at least 4 hours now, knowing Newcastle, so everyone will be well oiled and well up for tonight. Cannot wait. Here we are outside the club, and I'm actually starting, and even though I do lots of long sets, I never usually get to start from the beginning. Usually I start quite late into the night and go into the morning and the afternoon, but tonight's going to be great because there's so much music, and if anyone listens to my podcast, all the deep stuff I never really get the opportunity to play, so tonight it's all coming out and I'm bang up for it.
Can I get a picture of you, please? Get a picture. Get a picture. I'm starstruck. You were the first DJ I ever seen at Creamfields.
Oh really?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Did you go this year?
Yeah, no. I went to weekend surgery.
Just to see Mark Knight and rock the place.
Right.
Just seen him walk in, shook his hand, like he's a top bloke.
Nah, he's a nice lad, like. I seen him in FIFA last week and it was class, so I just thought I'd come see him tonight.
Aye, happy birthday, Toolroom.
Happy birthday, Toolroom.
Right.
Happy birthday, Toolroom Knights.
The first part of the tour out of the way. Absolutely amazing way to kick it off. Last night was off the hook. Now we're on our way back down to London for part 2 of TK6, but before that we're going to get heavily involved in some Gregs at the airport.
When you're an international DJ, there are a lot of airports and flying around the globe to get from place to place. While this can sometimes be a lonely process away from friends and family, it does provide time to get back in the business of selling records. The Ministry party was completely sold out, causing a roadblock of black cabs outside the London Super Club and queues around both sides of the building. The hype was massive.
Mark Knight is the reason I love house music, and Mark Knight literally opened my world to house music.
Mark Knight, 6-hour set, are you ready? Mark Knight, hello. Mark Knight is amazing, absolutely amazing. And you see these trainers right here? They're my skank trainers, okay? They're gonna get a workout tonight.
So we are on our way to TK6, Ministry of Sound London. It's the Toolroom Knights' 6th birthday. Part 2 of a 6-date tour. Newcastle was last night.
It was amazing last night.
You played for 6 hours.
It was nuts. Really good, because I don't usually get to start the club, you know, as we were saying about last night. I usually get to kind of, even when I play long sets, I don't usually go until about 2 and it's already going off then. So you've got to go in all guns blazing, where last night for the first 2 hours it was brilliant. I kind of wish I could have just stayed on that tip, started at 180
really
BPM
deep.
and amazing. Different story tonight, but still be great, you know. Got to go in all guns blazing tonight. Got a big intro set up, so it should be
still a long set though.
Oh yeah, no,
you
absolutely.
got Friendly Fires DJing before.
Yep, Jack's amazing actually. He played for us at the opening party. How good was it? The opening?
It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
It was, blew us away. We were literally stood by the side of the booth in the space, like, fucking hell, he's brilliant. What's it? You go up and faster than the next track. I asked for the last.
Yeah, kept asking what he was playing. Yeah, amazing. And we've just been on the phone to Mr. Story, and he's told us the queue is absolutely completely around the block.
Totally sold out.
So yeah, complete sellout. It's going to be an absolute.
If you're not there, where are you? How amazing was last weekend? Newcastle, completely off the chain. Ministry, possibly the best one we've done so far. We're back at Heathrow on our way to Edinburgh. It's week 2 of TK6, the big UK and Ireland tour. Let's go. Okay, so here we are, just touched down in Edinburgh for TK6 Part 3. We are with the man like Mr. Tom Ketley. How are you, Tom?
Oi, very good, very good. Good
stuff.
to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, mate. Tom used to work at Toolroom. He now owns his own club, the Castle Clvb, and I heard you've been smashing it, mate.
Yeah, mate, it's been going really well. We've been open for 4 weeks, so very excited to have you boys up here again. I used to work at Toolroom, so to have markups, like a big honour. Everyone's really excited. And yeah, you know, all my friends as well, we're all really up for tonight. Obviously all the stories I told them from being down at Toolroom, so yeah, it's going to be a big one tonight.
Hi, we're here tonight at Castle Clvb for Mark Night, Toolroom Night. I know a lot about Toolroom Nights. They are all over my Twitter, their chat is amazing. We're loving it tonight and we're loving them all across the country.
Wow, what a fantastic night. It doesn't get much better than that on a Wednesday night. If you ever come to Edinburgh Castle Clvb, you need to check it out. It's off the chain.
So that's 3 down, 3 to go. Stay tuned for episode 5 of Toolroom TV as we'll join Mark Knight on his adventures in Manchester, Belfast and Dublin, celebrating 6 huge years of Toolroom Knights. Don't miss it.
Toolroom Knights were at Global Gathering in the UK this year, where they hosted their own stage with Mark, Sander Van Dorn and the usual suspects. While there, we also caught up with Friendly Fire's, S.P.Y and Stefano Noferini to talk about his latest Toolroom Knights compilation.
Okay, we are here at Global Gathering 2012. I'm joined by Ed and Ed from Friendly Fires. We are here on their luxurious tour bus. Thanks for joining us, guys.
No worries. Yeah.
You were just about to play the main stage here at the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, very much so, yeah. It's our first time playing Global Gathering. It's our first time playing to, I suppose, the kind of crowd that kind of come to this festival. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting experience.
Excellent, excellent. Something that I think our viewers would like to know, because a lot of bands and different acts have it. Do you have any kind of specific ritual preparations before you go on stage? Anything slightly odd that you do?
Well, it's a pretty frenetic show, so you have to limber up somewhat. You need to make sure that you're all stretched out. Yeah, exactly. You need to be at match fitness. You can't just go in and you pull the hamstring, you get stretched off instantly. But yeah, we try not to do too many ceremonies, because then if you get too superstitious, something goes wrong, you start throwing a tantrum in the dressing room, yeah, it can all get a little too feverish.
Yeah, when bands sort of all huddle up together and do that thing, I find that really creepy, yeah. Weird.
So 2012 has already seen quite a hectic year for you guys. What's been a highlight so far?
Well, we did get to do lots of early touring in South America and Australia, which is always fun. They're very excitable people. But we got to headline Saturday at Lovebox, which was our first festival headline slot on the big scale. So that was very, very meaningful. Personally, yeah. Excellent, nice one. Getting to bring your big show to town.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant. Okay, a memorable one.
Yeah, it felt really surreal at the time, and it felt like one of those shows that was a dream. And to me, I can't really remember what we were doing on stage, but apparently it went well according to the people that were watching it. So yeah, I like those shows where you're just completely lost in this world. And it was a real success.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for joining us.
Cheers, man.
Thank you very much.
The gig was good, we had an afternoon, of interviews. There were some guys raided our tour bus, stole all of our tea, all of our milk, one of our sugars, but we rose above it. We went on stage. We were the wild cards today. We were supposed to be the odd ones out, and it felt good. It got better and better as the gig went on. There were maybe 500 people there at the start, maybe 2,000 by the middle, maybe even more by the end. It just escalated. Some guy amazingly upstaged us with a fantastic backflip in the crowd. I don't know if you guys were filming it or if you saw it, but yeah, someone off someone's shoulders, whoop, did this fantastic Olympic themed backflip, landed it perfectly, upstaged the whole gig. But yeah, it was good. I think we nailed it. Global Gathering, check.
Okay, we're here at Global Gathering 2012. We're outside the hospitality tent. I'm joined by S.P.Y. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, cheers.
You've just finished playing.
Yeah.
How was it? Was it good?
It was really good. Really good crowd. Really good vibe in there. They were sort of like accepting everything that I played, so it was really, really good.
Excellent.
Really enjoyed it myself, yeah.
So as our viewers know, you've recently released a record on Toolroom Records with Total Science, Dame Funk and Rhea.
Yeah.
Piano Funk, did really, really well. Can you tell us how that collaboration came around, how you all started working together on that one?
Well, I think, how did it start? We had the piano from like Dame Funk, and it was just like jamming in the studio, just kind of like having fun. We put like some loops together. Rhea was like singing, and Spinback, he does a lot of like the lyrics as well. So it's kind of like, they're both like just like playing like in the studio. We're just like gathering like samples, and happened like really like, how can I say, like, it was really like natural. It was something like that we haven't plans or anything. It was just like, playing music and having fun.
Okay, joining us now is the legend that is Stefano Noferini. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you, all right?
That's fine, absolutely. I'm finished the set now in Toolroom Arena. Good sound.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Your set went down really, really well. Yeah. Really, really good sound.
Yeah, thank you.
Good stuff. Your Toolroom Knights compilation. Can you tell us a little bit about it and the style of the tracks, the sound that you're putting across on the compilation?
Yeah, I selected the tracks about my sound. The actual sound, of course, is house and tech house, and also techno, and with a little bit deep house inside. So, but it's the same thing that I play now, and selected the tracks for this Toolroom compilation.
Did you find it difficult trying to select and choose the tracks for the compilation, and did you spend a lot of time road testing them at your DJ gigs as well?
Yeah. All tracks testing during my set, all tracks that's included in this compilation. So it's not simple, because a lot of music that you have now, you have a lot of tracks, you have a lot of artists. So I selected that I play now, and in my every gigs play that song, so listen, and so the people
the reaction
exactly.
Yeah. And as well, you write some exclusive tracks of your own for the compilation.
I have two new tracks. One I play is nice, and the people love it.
Excellent. That's what counts, a good reaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a good reaction, and I play yesterday the same tracks and the same reaction for the people. I love it.
So for 2012, so far, what has been one of the best moments for you? The highlights so far?
Yes, probably one of the best gigs in 2012 in Minister of Sound for Toolroom Knights. I remember the open set, but it's super amazing for me.
It's nice when the first time you go somewhere, you're not sure what to expect.
Exactly. It's surprise, absolutely surprise.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Excellent.
But Toolroom Night in Minister of Sound was great.
I remember that one. It was a fantastic gig.
Super.
Excellent. This year, the Amsterdam dance event opens up with a film premiere, Dutch Influence. A documentary about the rise of Dutch DJs and the role they play on the global dance scene. Toolroom TV gets a front seat invite and talks to the stars as they arrive for the show. We also pop into Dutch national radio station Fun X and speak with the director Hatim el Khatib.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going around in Amsterdam, of course. And now we have a movie, a premiere, and it's about the Dutch scene, of course, and the great success we have now around the globe. So we're really happy with that.
The dance scene in Holland, it was already big for like 10-15 years, and it was a dream for boys like us to be one of big DJ. You have all those big like Eric E, DJ Rogue, like local big names. And then all of a sudden Eric Murillo came in, Rugged Sanchez, all those big names. So there was a big movement in Amsterdam, like every week like 20-30 parties. So it was a real thing to be. You can be a DJ.
And it's a real competition because everybody's on it, you know. This is like Rembrandt Square, and you have like 5 huge clubs over here. So it's one square.
Yeah. It's crazy. You have like, you can be a pilot, you can be a doctor, right in Holland? You can be a soccer player or a DJ. It's crazy, but that's how it is. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a nice documentary about all the Dutch talents, the DJs, the producers, and everything is dance related, of course. And what we accomplished in the last couple of years, from a small country in Europe to be like the birth of the biggest DJs over the world. And I don't say that with arrogance; it's just a fact.
My name is Hatim. I'm the creator, director, producer of Dutch Influence, a movie about the success of the Dutch dance scene in the world. Why is Dutch music dominated in the world? That's a good question, and that's a question I get all the time. When I made this movie about the success of the Dutch dance scene in the world, they all ask me, yeah, Hatim, why? What's going on? I mean, I'm trying to tell it. I'm telling it in the movie. So at the end of the documentary, I mean, you have to get the answer. I mean, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of things why Dutch DJs are so big and do it so great in the world. I mean, you are in Holland right now. We're here at the Amsterdam dance event. You see the weather. The weather sucks here all the time. I mean, that's also a good reason why you have to go to the studio. I don't know what it is. I mean, that's I think a big mystery. But I think in Holland, they work so hard, and the crowd here in Holland is tough. You know, they are so tough. They're spoiled, and if you have a gig in Holland, and the crowd goes mad, then you did a great job as a DJ. If you do a set like maybe 20 or 30% so good as you do it in Holland, and you do that in America or in England, or they're going mad. Holland is very small, and you can do 3, maybe 4 gigs at a night, you know. A lot of things makes the success, so it's not one thing. Now it's the time to conquer the world also with the movie, you know. Dutch DJs, they conquer the world, but now the movie's gonna conquer the world. So now the plan is to show it to a lot of EDM lovers, you know, everybody in the world, fans in America or in the UK, everybody who loves Dutch DJs and want to know more about the Dutch DJs. That's why I made a movie. I mean, one thing is for sure, we're very excited, and it's gonna come in part 2, definitely, yeah.
So that's it for another episode of Toolroom TV. Stay tuned for episode 5 and part 2 of the Toolroom Knights 6th birthday tour in Manchester, Belfast and Dublin, and additional exclusive footage from the Amsterdam dance event. See you next time.